Hi all, welcome in. Um, so a lot of the channeled messages were about the Matrix, about a glitch in the system, going down the rabbit hole, escaping the veil. Okay, but then when I got um, into the cards, it talked about nurturing a collaboration in your life. Okay, watching your finances. There's a lot about finances, that you're either spending too much, you're being too frivolous, or maybe you spent too much and now you're being frivolous. Okay, so you need to be careful of that. You need to set a good foundation. You need to manifest these new beginnings, manifest your desires, and be careful of conflicts. There's conflicts around me. Okay, there may be conflicts around me, but there could be conflicts around you. Okay, so, and I also heard eat me. Okay, so maybe this is you saying eat me to them, or maybe this is them saying eat me to you, because they're being triggered in some way. Okay, all right, but I'll get. What is there anything else? So I'll go into that. Anyway, the labyrinth is significant too today, because I got my labyrinth deck. Okay, so the labyrinth journey. So her journey through the Goblin City. So, and she realizes that you have no power over me. So maybe you've just come to realize that someone has no power over you. The person that was holding something back from you has no power over you. And the devil did come out, okay, with what was the other card? Justice. Okay, so there's going to be justice around this devil, or this devil energy. Okay, all right, but I'll get onto the channel messages. I got Black and Gold coming through that song again, all just a bunch of matter, talking about matter. Black and White by Michael Jackson and Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Okay, so with the Thunderstruck, I was getting that something, I have to turn over, that something, you're going to be awestruck by something, that, about to, the crux of it. Okay, so you're on the edge of something, you're on the crux of something. Maybe you're going to be awestruck by this power up that you're going to go through, but you're on the edge of something, and you're needing to put the metal to the pedal. You're needing to move forward with something, okay? Or this is going to actually make you move forward. About to be shocked by this advancement forward. Okay, so you may be moving you're going to be shocked by this advancement forward, this, because you're on the crux of something. Okay, and the first card that I haven't even shuffled these decks yet, but the first card was the Phoenix Rising. Okay, and transformation under that with butterflies. So you're transforming and you're rising to the occasion. Also got, with the AC/DC song Thunderstruck, I also got that the number of views was significant. Okay, and the number of views were 1,720,934,534 views. Okay, so the number, I feel like your channel might just explode. Okay, because and I've seen this. It was funny today or yesterday. I noticed that on I was watching. It's gonna be golden. K-pop, not K-pop. Demon Hunter's song, Golden. So that could be significant for you too. You're gonna be golden. You're gonna be like a prized possession. You're gonna be golden. Okay, so that coming through. Also got illuminate me. Coming like this stood out to me. So maybe something's going to be illuminated. You're going to be illuminated. okay? Or somebody's asking for you to illuminate them. Illuminate me on this, okay? Why, how this happened, okay? But also ask and it is done was coming through. Ask and it is given, sorry, not done, it is given. So maybe someone needs to ask something. Someone wants to be illuminated about something, okay? But I also got the bindings. The binding that sticks is changing. The binding that's held together is changing. The things that hold it all together are falling apart. Okay, so the foundation may be falling apart. There was something about securing the foundation, making sure the foundation's there. I did get something about routines, morning routines yesterday, the last message I think. So make sure your foundations are there, okay? All right, I'll go back here, back to the matrix, okay? What makes up the material realm, okay? So I was getting through, I don't know if you know with the matrix, what makes up matter or whatever. I don't know if you can see it, like the O's and ones that make up the matrix. So that was significant. What makes up the material realm, the matter's significant. It's all just a bunch of numbers. It's all just, and I got does not compute. The system does not compute. There's something that's not computing. There's something that's glitching. There's glitches in the system. Okay, and they're asking you to see it. Okay, to get out there, look, see, observe people and their ways. The ways they move, their eyes. You may be seeing like reptilian eyes, the double glitch of the eye. The facade, the mask, demasking the truth being illuminated. Okay, so I feel like there's going to be a veil that's being removed for you, and you're going to be seeing things in a different way. You'll be seeing the glitches in the system, okay? You'll be going down the rabbit hole into madness, and then I got, or is it just sanity? So, people may see you as going mad, or see that what is going on, this is madness, okay? But it's just sanity. It's just you're seeing things in a different perspective. You're seeing things differently. There's something about pale skin. You could be seeing pale skins if there's some creature that's called pale skins. You'll be seeing illusions. You'll be seeing the illusions for what they are. Zootopia was coming through, a bunch of animals, a bunch of robots. So you'll be seeing them. I was getting back to that Black and Gold song. If you have a look at the clip for that, they're all like in penguin suits. So for me, that's black suits, white ties. So I'm getting Men in Black for that. So I get you seeing beyond the matrix. You've broken the matrix. You're seeing beyond the veil, or you're at the tip of that. We talked about, the tip. But you'll be seeing that people are, that we're all the same, but different. Like everyone looks the same, but they're different. Everything's the same, but it's different. Okay. I'm seeing that you see the differences. You see beyond the veil. You see beyond the matrix, or you will be. Okay. Put in matrix with office workers. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that. Okay. All right. So they're the main channeled messages that were coming through when I shuffled the Labyrinth deck. So I'll just quickly show you. So this is my Labyrinth deck. And I picked it up at the Devil, which is in this deck. It's called the Demon. And what I heard was don't lose your head. Okay, so keep focused, keep poised. I just heard poised. Keep poised on, keep focused on what on the material maybe. Keep focused on moving ahead. I've just noticed there's 2 under the bridge here, the trolls under the bridge. So maybe there's about 2 trolls. Okay, so if you've got a platform, maybe that's on your platform. But maybe there's 2 people too observing. Maybe there's a group of 3 and there's a leader. And this is what I'm getting now from this card. And these 2 are observing them as going mad. They're going mad. Like they're talking to one another saying, look at him. He's going mad. And this guy's goofy, doesn't know what's going on. doesn't know what's going on, and the other one's like, check it out, man, and look at him, he's going mad. So this is sort of what I'm getting. So that could be significant as well. Like, maybe this is even others looking at you as like you're going mad. Okay. What are they doing? They're out of the matrix. You know, maybe this is the matrix. They're out of the matrix. You know, why aren't they down here with us? You know. Okay. So anyway, that's what's coming through. There's a lot coming through that deck. I'm not surprised that I got drawn to that deck. Okay, so I also got teardrops on my pillow, and that I think was coming out yesterday, but it was a bit more clear today. And that was a song. Oh, I don't know who it was sung by. It goes, tears on my pillow, over you. I don't know, like that. But it's in the movie Grease. So the movie Grease may be significant. Maybe hair grease could be significant. Italy may be significant. I got the land of plenty. I got, you know, that somebody could be crying tears that are artificially produced, because I got artificially produced in relation to that song. So somebody may be trying to put on a facade that they're really upset and they've been crying over you and they're so sad. Maybe somebody that calls you baby, because I got baby down here. Okay, so excuse me, confirmation burp. So be aware of that. But stay balanced, stay in the flow. Maybe when it comes to this, okay. Or maybe when your land of plenty comes in, you need to stay balanced. You need to keep going with the flow. And I also got, I would take you back even if you broke my heart. A falsehood. You know, this is, I think if someone's coming to you saying this, it's a falsehood. I feel like they're crying tears of fault. You know, I was getting false energy with that. Okay, so just pay attention to that. Okay. Yeah, so judgment for the labyrinth card tarot deck was giving me, you need this judgment for the devil. You need to be careful of a decision you may need to make. Be sensible, smart, and guided by your heart and consciousness. It wasn't supposed to be that word. It was supposed to be something else. Your conscience. Sorry, conscience. I couldn't write conscience. I don't know why. Be guided by your heart and your conscience. Okay. Indulgences. So maybe it's something that you're indulging in, actually, that you need to make a decision about. You need to be sensible and smart about. You need to use your heart and your conscience. Okay. This could be to do with lust, actually, because there was something coming out about a temptation of lust. Okay, so if that's for you, that's for you. Don't lose your head. That's where the don't lose your head was coming out. Be brave. You can free yourself from this predicament. Okay, so only holding on to this can be frightening, but refusing will only make it more difficult and painful in the end. Okay, so there's something you definitely need to let go of. A devil, whether that is. And I got indulgences, so I think it is an indulgence. So, like, I'm getting coffee. I don't know why I'm getting coffee. Oh, that could be for me, because I drank coffee the other day, and I don't usually drink coffee. Okay, so, okay, so, okay, I'm getting so many things. So it's sort of like, you know, those morning routines, keeping up all these routines, making sure your foundation is strong so you don't give in to the devil, so you don't give in to these indulgences, okay? Hold tight to your courage, to your bravery, you know, push past the fear, okay, because fear did come up. Fear was a big thing as well. Push past the fear, move forward with your consciousness and your heart, okay? Know justice with finances, be smart, set yourself up. Okay, so maybe that's how you're feeling, okay, but you know, feeling there's no justice when it comes to your finances. but you need to be smart and set yourself up, okay? Make sure that your foundation is strong financially and the otherwise. I've also got the Knight of Wands with the Knight of Cups. Just give me a second. Sorry, the kids are home again today. They're sick. The Knight of Wands and the Cups. So needing to take decisive action on this, I think, because you're coming into your Nine of Cups. You're coming into emotional fulfillment, success, okay? So you need to make sure that foundation is steady and strong, okay? All right, so... All right, now let's get into getting some cards for you and see. Sorry, spam, so much spam. So maybe that could be significant. Actually, a lot of junk. Maybe you're needing to get rid of junk that's around the house. Okay, music being significant. Doorways. Okay, so maybe music is your doorway to... What is the music the doorway to? You know, maybe it's that opening to your Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, maybe, but also I was going to say Nine of Cups. We do have 11 here, which gives me that union, new beginnings. Okay, so music could be the leeway to your new beginnings, to your freedom, to your happiness, to your peace. That's peace. The doves give peace. Okay, music. Okay, anything else? Okay, abundance, yeah. Okay, so, all right, so music, whether it's listening to music or something about music, is your doorway to happiness, a doorway to peace, doorway to abundance, doorway to emotional fulfillment. Okay. Okay, I'm also getting, you know, she has headphones on here and she's putting her hands on her ears. Maybe not listening to the chatter, not listening to the noise, not listening to other people's voices, listening to your own, getting out in stillness, in peace, and in, you know, or even just on your own, listening to the sounds that uplift you, okay? Loved ones in spirit, okay? So your loved ones in spirit, maybe, they also may be bringing music through to you to help lead you into this abundance, into this peace. They may be walking beside you. Maybe you're a masculine and you have a child as well. Maybe that's your inner child leading you and your inner child to happiness, to joy, to music, to an epiphany. Yeah. Okay, so just know that they're here guiding you. It could also be a feminine that's guiding you if you're a masculine. It doesn't. None of this has to be, but this is what I'm seeing in the cards, so I have to mention it. Okay, and on the bottom we have coins. So I get that, you know, pennies from heaven. You know, so pay attention to the coins that you're finding around. They could be pennies from heaven. But you could also be coming into abundance, which your loved ones in spirits are guiding you towards this abundance, towards these pennies from heaven. Okay, but if you find a penny on the ground, pick it up all day, you have good luck. But you know, that might be signs like, I don't know if you know, if you pick a penny up and the date may be significant for you, or even the picture on the coin. So like some of them, like in Australia, they have like kangaroos or like the native animals, but there may be a picture on there that's significant, or when you look at it may be significant for some reason. Okay. Raindrops keep falling on my head. That doesn't mean my life will soon be turning red. Do 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 do. Raindrops falling, but now I'm free. That's okay. Nothing's bothering me. Okay, so that freedom's coming through. Okay, sanctuary. Connect to your inner strength. Okay, again, you need to connect to your inner strength. You need to get your roots grounded. Okay, so maybe you need to get out in nature. You need to ground yourself. You need to keep that ground stable foundation. You need to stay centered and grounded in what it is, where you're going, that peace, to keep that peace, maybe things have been moving very quickly lately and you're struggling to find the peace, the serenity. Maybe you're feeling like there's people after you, maybe you're just wanting to hide away into the background, or you're becoming, you need to become grounded like she is. She's part of the part of nature, part of the, what am I trying? This is that matter thing too. It's all just a bunch of matter, like becoming matterless, becoming, not worrying, not letting anything bother you, becoming matterless. If you didn't know what I mean, like, okay. Okay, spirals of manifestation. I'm getting, so your manifestations may be moving very quickly towards you. Okay, so that's maybe why you need to stand grounded too, because they may they may be awe-inspiring. They may knock you off your feet. You need to be able to find that sanctuary. You need to be able to go within and find your center. You need to not let these external things knock you off your feet. Horses also may be significant, taking aim at your freedom, because horses also signify freedom to me. Stillness, be calm and quiet. Okay. Put your feelers out there. Connect with nature. Be calm, be quiet, listen to the sounds of nature, listen to the voice of your own soul. Find stillness, find peace. Okay? And take care of yourself. Be gentle and loving and caring. The birds are coming out again today. So doves, pigeons. I'm also getting dragons. Dragonflies are on here, but I'm getting dragons as well. So dragons could be significant. Red robins again today in the corner here, being significant. We have so many birds here. Look at the birds in the card. Yeah. I'm getting like loving the sides of you that you may not feel so comfortable about as well. Loving your sensuality, loving your beauty, loving your gracefulness, loving all those parts of you. And maybe taking a rest right now, stopping, reflecting, focusing on this abundance, focusing on your material wealth, on manifesting this material wealth, on the material wealth that's being gifted to you by the divine, by your loved ones in spirit. Okay? Well, be compassionate to self, to others. You are loved unconditionally by your loved ones in spirit, unconditionally by the divine, by the angels. Okay? And then on the bottom we have creativity, seize the day, carpe diem. I think that's what carpe diem means, seize the day. More hares, more rabbits, more fast-paced movement. Those blue eyes are standing out. So maybe you have bright blue eyes, or my daughter has bright blue eyes like this too. So maybe your daughter's significant. Maybe being your child, your inner child, bringing out your inner child, doing something creative, maybe to do with music, that inspires you. Something about, that's Easter too. It's giving Easter harvest, a rebirth, your harvest, your let go of the ties that bind. See, she's got in her pocket an angel feather and a paintbrush, And then she's got a knife, cutting the binds. So you're needing to cut cords with something, letting go of something that binds you to a past self, binds you to your that maybe binds your creativity. Maybe needing to heal something from your inner child wounds that are binding your ability to be creative, to love yourself, to love your creativeness. And then we have under the Enlightenment. 1010 came out as significant, and that's 10 under there. See, this gives me solar plexus chakra. So the creative aspect. Enlightenment. Let Goddess light fill you. Let your passions be seen. Let them be heard. Let them inspire you. Okay, so maybe this is what's awakening. And there's a goose up there at the top too. So another bird. So maybe that's what's sees these creative impulses, sees this rebirth in creativity, sees this rebirth in the inner child. Let go of the wounds that bind. Let go of things that are binding you to the past, binding you to something that hurt you, binding you to, loving that part of yourself. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. Desire. See, you're just walking through the door. See how close she is to you. See how close you are to your desires. You need to keep the momentum going. You need to keep moving forward. You need to keep grounded and focused on these desires. I'm getting the matrix here again. This is 5. This is changes too. So I'm getting you're walking from the matrix through to sanity. I just heard sanity. So have hope. Okay. Have hope that, because God is leading you. You're being led into this rebirth. You're being led through this rebirth into your desires, into your abundance, into your creative self, into a state of enlightenment. Maybe that is your desire as well, to be enlightened. But you need to be grounded. You need to get grounded. And you need to love self. And work on your root chakra, your base chakra, and your solar plexus. I'm getting, they're being lit up right now. You're being enlightened to what your passions are right now. Okay, mental health. Okay, so be careful of your mental health, of your state. Something, because Illumination's on the bottom. With welcome. Welcome to grace. Okay, so I'm getting, you're being illuminated to what needs to change in your mind space. What it is in your mind that needs to be changed, to welcome in this abundant lifestyle, to welcome in grace, to welcome in happiness, joy, abundance. She's pregnant. She's abundant with new ideas, abundant. And these rabbits are all white now. Okay, so peace. That gives me peace, forward movement, peace. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay, that card wanted to come out. Okay, so we have Archangel Raphael with us today, asking you to call upon Jesus and Archangel Raphael for their divine healing presence. Allow divine healing to occur in all areas of your life, and you're healthy, whole and complete now and always. So the affirmation: I call upon Jesus and Archangel Raphael for their divine healing presence. I allow divine healing to occur in all areas of my life. I am healthy, whole, and complete now and always. So let yourself be healed. Let yourself heal. Okay? Know that you are whole and complete always. Okay? Heaven. Okay, I'll read out the affirmation. Heaven is inside of me. I am a channel of divine light, love, and peace. I bring heaven onto the earth. Okay, so we, God is within all of us. Okay, holy family. My family on earth and in heaven are holy, sacred, and a blessing. Okay. So know that you and your family are sacred to the divine, that you are a holy blessing, and you're held in divine grace and love. Okay, that one feels significant. Okay, image. I am made in the image of the Creator. I am created perfect. I allow my divine perfection to shine and radiate. Okay, so you're shining and radiating. And know that you are divine and perfect just the way you are. Learning to love yourself, okay? Heal and healing. Definitely healing right now, okay? Healing throat and third eye chakra. Healing heart chakra and root. I take time to heal. I release anything that no longer serves me. I am divinely healthy and healed in all ways. Know that healing is a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. Okay, receive and be open to receiving the blessings from the divine. I ask, surrender. Say ask. You need to ask. Okay? I ask, surrender, and allow heaven to help me. I am open and willing to receive all the good that life gives me. I receive graciously and gratefully with an open heart. Okay, so that might be a great affirmation for you, because we did talk about finances. Oh, okay. Oh, I will take that one. I didn't. You go first. The universe will catch you. I just didn't call in. But maybe there's something that you need to take a leaf on. Come out of the caves, persecution, expression. Okay, so maybe that is the leap of faith that you need to do. Is you need to come out and show who you are. Show your true and authentic self. Reveal yourself to the world. In spite of persecution. Okay. Need to express yourself clearly. Egypt is significant. We have 2 cards here with pyramids on it. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Okay? You're almost there. You're at the peak. The peak of the mountain. The peak of enlightenment. You are the light. You bring the light. Okay? Be the light. Share your voice. Okay? Maybe you're a singer. I'm getting, the music. Okay. Alright, we have answer the call. What is your soul calling to you to do? Ugh. Okay, so if you don't know, maybe you need to sit and meditate and contemplate on that answer. Okay. Mountains are definitely significant. Peaks, the peak. You're at the peak, the crux of this new beginning. Just say yes. Say yes to this new beginning. Come out of hiding. Be seen. Be known. Council of Light. Divine orchestration. Helpers in the subtle realms. So you've got a crew of divine helpers helping you. The holy light helping you. Okay. Divine orchestration. I'm getting orchestra too. Something about music. Okay. Orchestra. Okay. Okay, we have work through your fears. Okay. Yeah. Work through your fears. There's a fear that's stopping you. A fear maybe of being persecuted. Okay, so maybe you have like a witch wound, you're persecuted in the past. You're very close to achieving your goal. Yeah, you're at the tip, at the precipice. Look at all the tips. You're almost there. There's just a fear that you need to work through. Okay, it's time to take action. This fear is holding you back from taking the action that you need to take. Aries could be significant. Scorpio could be significant. Okay. Aries, Scorpio moon. I'm getting Aries, Scorpio moon. So moon sign, ascending sign. Okay. Alright, so step out of your comfort zone. Okay, so it's something that you need to take action on to step out of your comfort zone. You need to overcome a fear and step out of your comfort zone. Because nothing is yet set in stone. Okay. Okay, on the bottom we have, it's time to release negativity. Okay, so it's a mindset. I think it's a fear, a mindset, some fear or mindset. Maybe ask the divine to help you to figure out what this is if you don't know. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Be playful, okay? Be playful. Okay, this may help you, move through this fear. Okay, summon up the courage, okay, to go somewhere forbidden within yourself, I'm getting. Summon up the courage to... Okay, so there's it's something that you see as forbidden. Maybe you were told when you were a child that this is forbidden to be playful, maybe even. 44 could be significant. Okay, and 18. Okay, you may have seen this as forbidden, but you need to summon up the courage to take focus and to take aim on this, on what this is. Seeing beyond the trees, seeing beyond the forest. Obedience. Oh, maybe you were told to be obedient, and you can't go there. It is forbidden. Needing to cut a cord to this. The root chakra. You know, the root chakra of red and the circle. There's a cord that needs to be cut. Childhood trauma, a childhood belief system that it's forbidden to play, maybe. Oh, man. Okay, and then we have grove, understanding. Understanding maybe the light that you hold, understanding the peace that you hold, understanding Taurus could be significant. There's a bull on this card, and there's also snakes and okay, so I'm getting that people are also trying to encroach on your safety, encroach on your peace, encroach on your sanctuary. Okay, but you understand why they're doing this, and you understand that the light within you. Okay. Or you're understanding that it is stopping you from, that this wound is stopping you from reaching your grove, reaching peace and harmony. Anything else? Oh, okay. Alright, rigid. Okay, so it may be a rigid thought process, okay? A rigidity about it's forbidden to be playful, that you need to be professional all the time, that you need to put up walls from people, that you need to not let anyone see your vulnerabilities. It can also be that as well. Not, not being vulnerable enough to be playful, to release that playful side. Alright. Last messages. A message. The message is the last message. Oh, oh. A message of invisibility. Okay, so there could be something, a message that's being reflected back to you, a message that you're not seeing clearly. Maybe even a message to look within, to look to the shadow side. To look at what you're not showing, to look at what you're hiding, to look at what you're not looking at, you're not seeing. There's something that's forbidden, that you can't see yet, I heard. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. Oh, what was on the bottom? Oh, okay, deceit. Okay, there we go. So, okay, so maybe this message is about deceit as well. This thing that you're not seeing yet is about a deceit. Could be something about tattoos, about the galaxies, about a fire sign. Yeah, okay. But I'm going to leave that there. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this message. I hope this brought you clarity. Please make sure that you find stillness, that you get grounded, that you work on your foundation, that you work on this fear, on what it is that's forbidden, why you see being playful as forbidden. Maybe reflecting on that, maybe looking at your root chakra, your inner childhood woundings. But this is something I think that you need to, and also asking. Yeah, don't forget to ask the divine if there's questions you have, or what you're not seeing. What is it that I'm not seeing? Show me, illuminate for me this part of me that needs to be healed. Help me heal this forbidden thing from my childhood that's stopping me to move forward. Help me conquer my fears. Help me work through my fears so I can move forward. Yeah. Okay, on whatever it is that you, on this music avenue maybe. Okay, and I need to leave it there. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye.